Good morning, this is sexologist Dr. Dave, and I welcome you to another video of sexuality class. Today I'm going to discuss the third reason of why we should study sexuality. If you are a parent, it will enable you to better educate your child about sex. You must be wondering why as a parent do you have to educate your children about sex. Well, I think it's mandatory in this time and age because schools are not providing any sex education. Children are learning or like misinformed about sex because they learn from all possible sources and create lots of confusion and myths in their minds. The only source of information and the right source of information could be you as a parent. So it's very important that if you are clear in your concepts of human sexuality, you could act as a guide to your growing boys and girls. There should be no embarrassment at all in answering questions related to your, related to questions related to sex which your son or daughter asks. Now, let me begin with one thing that what you understand as a sexual question, what you as a parent understand as a sexual question is not understood by the child as a sexual question. For example, if a small boy looks at a mother's breast and says, what is it? He does not know that it's a breast and it is also a part of sexual anatomy. For him, it's just a part of a woman's body and he's curious to know why he doesn't have it and the mother has it. So please do not think that your child's question is of a sexual nature. For them, it is just a question. Their mind is not able to process the fact that it is related with sex. So please keep that in mind whenever you are answering your child's question, whether you are the husband or the wife or anybody else for that matter. Now, from what age do they asking questions? From what age do they start asking questions? From age 3 onwards, right? From age 3 onwards. So let us see that if you are a sexually literate parent, how should you handle the questions posed by your children? First of all, give simple answers. For example, if a 4-year-old asks you something about his penis, then say that it's a part of the body which helps to urinate. A very simple question. Next, what you can do is show picture books. There are plenty of books available in the market. For example, a dog having given birth to small puppies. So whenever a question related to birth arises, you could show this bitch having given birth to puppies. So you can correlate and show pictures like that. The third thing you can do is always give correct answers. Now this is very, very important. You cannot start with the thinking that child is really young and I'm really not sure if I give them the correct answer, probably they will misuse that information. No, let me tell you that if you give them the correct answer, the chances of misusing is practically nil. But if you give them the wrong information, they will get confused, they will not trust you, and next time they will not ask you and they will end up in bigger trouble. So don't ever do that. The next point which you need to understand is that answer at a level they understand. Right? Answer at a level they understand. For example, let's say maybe a 9 or a 10-year-old girl asks that how are babies made. So you could probably say that there is a male cell and there is a female cell and both of them they unite and a baby is formed. As simple as that. Yes, probably when they are grown up, 15-16 years old, then probably you can tell them in details of how children are born. But at every level you have to see the child's capacity to understand and then accordingly answer. For elder boys and girls who are like 12 or 13 years old, I would suggest that you buy books on sex education and give them. There are plenty of books published by Pauline Sisters and they have very, very good educative books. I have myself used them to guide teenagers of parents who are my clients. So I have given them and the results have been very, very good. So then you must be wondering how to use that book. So what you need to do is when they are about entering teens and you can give them that book and you can tell them that they are free to ask any questions if they do not understand anything. It's a very, very nice way of developing a very healthy attitude towards sex. Next thing which you need to understand is never scold them for asking any question. As I mentioned earlier, if you have developed the habit of answering all their sexual questions, they will continue to ask you till their teens, and then probably they will try to figure out themselves what sex is all about. But till that point of time, you are never ever allowed to scold them or embarrass them or shout at them for answering a sexual question. Uh, it is the world around them is sexual. They are sexual beings themselves, and they are bound to ask you questions. As a parent, it is your duty to answer them honestly. And finally, use scientific words for genitals. In most of the houses, parents use very childish words for male and female genitals. Let's not be childish anymore and try to use words which are normally found in a textbook. In that way, they will develop the correct vocabulary for their sexual organs, and that will help them develop a healthy attitude towards their own bodies and towards the bodies of others. So I hope this uh, session of sexuality class will help you as a parent to understand your child better, guide them better, and help them better. Thank you very much.